What if the cycle of life and death, the very concept of reincarnation that was sold to you as a journey of karmic progress, was the most sophisticated lie ever told? What if it wasn't a school for learning, but a prison for harvesting? This is the Gnostic secret of the pineal gland to escape the Demiurge's trap. They told you that the cycles of life and death are natural, that karma is a universal law, that you must return again and again to pay debts and evolve your soul. This is the dogma that keeps you compliant. But the Gnostic secret, the truth so dangerous it was buried in the desert sands of Nag Hammadi, is that time itself, linear, repetitive, inescapable, is the very essence of the Demiurge's trap. This isn't a journey, it's a loop, a harvesting mechanism. What the church, the systems, the Archons, what they erased about the pineal gland is that this tiny crystalline organ is not just a dormant third eye. It is the only organ in your sacred anatomy capable of resetting your soul outside of Archontic time. It is the portal that breaks the loop of reincarnation. Your divine spark is being forced to forget, to return, to feed the illusion. On the surface, the repetition of history, the patterns in your own life seem like destiny. But it is the code of the illusion, the matrix maintained by the false god. They never wanted you to know that you hold the security override. Gnosis, direct, inner knowledge, that is the key that voids the loop. This knowledge is surfacing now, with this urgency, because the prison walls are thinning. Your consciousness is ready to remember. Tonight, we are not just learning. We are activating. We are initiating the escape sequence. Stay with me as we decode the mechanism of the trap and unlock the Gnostic Reset, the eternal prison of return. For centuries, you have been taught that your suffering has a noble purpose. The dogma of karma, twisted from its original context, was weaponized by the controllers, by the Archons. It became the ultimate tool of passive acceptance. You suffer now because of a past you cannot remember. You must accept your lot in this life to earn a better next life. This is the sound of prison bars closing. The Gnostics revealed in texts like the Apocryphon of John that the creator of this material world, the Demiurge, Yaldabaoth, is a blind, arrogant impostor. He looked upon the chaos of matter, trapped a fragment of divine light, your divine spark, within it, and declared, "I am God, and there is no other." His greatest fear? That you, the spark, would remember your true home, the Pleroma, the timeless, perfect realm of light. So, he and his Archons engineered a system, a revolving door, a labyrinth of time. Reincarnation, in this Gnostic view, is not evolution. It is containment. It is an energy farm. With every pass through the veil of birth, your memory is wiped. The divine spark is coated in new layers of destiny, family, debt. You are forced to run the same maze, making the same choices, feeling the same pains, generating the same emotional energy, the louche, that the Archons feed upon. This repetition is the trap. In suppressed texts like the Hypostasis of the Archons, it's described how the planetary rulers, the gatekeepers of the spheres, stop us from ascending after death. They test us, they trick us, they judge us with their own corrupt laws, forcing us back into matter, into the illusion. They convince us we have unfinished business, that we need to learn more. It is the lie of progress. Look at the modern world, the 9-to-5 grind, the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, the endless circle of debt and consumption, the feeling of being stuck in a rut. This is the macro prison reflected in your micro-reality. It is the same pattern as the Archontic loop. Endless, meaningless repetition disguised as just the way things are. You are running on a hamster wheel while being told it's a corporate ladder. This is the time trap in action. Pause. Right now. Just for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the isness of this present moment. Not the regret of yesterday. Not the anxiety of tomorrow. Just now. In this now. The loop does not exist. In this now, you are outside the Demiurge's control. Feel that? That is the first whisper of Gnosis. Hold it. It is the beginning of your power. The crystalline portal. The pineal. So, if time is the prison, how do you find the door? The controllers, the church fathers who selected the Gospels and burned the Nag Hammadi libraries, knew exactly where the key was hidden. They told you the light of the body is the eye, but they suppressed which eye? The pineal gland, this tiny, rice-sized crystal in the center of your brain, is the biological interface for your divine spark. It is the antenna. In Gnostic texts, it is the single eye which, if full of light, illuminates the entire body. This is not a metaphor for a good attitude. It is a technical instruction. They have waged a chemical and spiritual war against this gland. The calcification you hear about, the fluoride in the water, the processed foods, the additives, this is not an accident. It is a deliberate, systemic dulling of your spiritual hardware. A calcified pineal is an antenna covered in mud. It cannot receive the signal from the Pleroma. It cannot transmit your intention to escape. It can barely pick up the gross signals of the material world. But the Gnostic secret goes deeper. The pineal is not just a passive receiver. It is a time transducer. It is the only part of you that exists outside of linear time. It is your biological anchor to the timeless. When you dream, when you have a flash of intuition, when you experience déjà vu, that is your pineal attempting to break through the static of the Archontic grid. It is the organ that remembers the Pleroma. The memory is not in your brain cells. They are wiped with every cycle. The memory is in the energy field of your divine spark, and the pineal is the only device that can read that field. And how do they stop this remembrance in the modern age? The infinite scroll, the 24-hour news cycle, the constant notifications, the blue light from your screen. This is the modern, digital weapon of the Archons. It is designed to keep your consciousness perpetually outside of yourself, fixed on the next thing, the next update, the next dopamine hit. Dopamine is not happiness. It's the hook of anticipation, the craving for the future, keeping you locked firmly on the axis of time. It is the perfect tool to keep your pineal dormant. The noise is so loud, the light so false, you can no longer hear the subtle, crystalline signal of your own divine spark. Let's try something. Pause the noise. Place your finger on the spot between your eyebrows. Now, move it backward, mentally, into the absolute center of your skull. Focus your entire intent, your entire breath, on that single, dark point. Imagine a tiny, violet spark inside a crystal. You don't need to see it. Just know it is there. Breathe into it. You are knocking on the door. You are signaling your intent to remember. This simple focus is an act of profound rebellion. Pleroma, the realm beyond the clock. So, what are we resetting to? What is the escape? The Demiurge's trap is so clever because it makes you fear the alternative. The church dogma paints heaven as a place, a golden city, somewhere else, somewhere after you die and are judged. This is another lie. The Gnostic destination is not a place. It is a state. The Pleroma. The fullness. The Pleroma is the true, undivided consciousness of the monad. The true God. And its primary quality is that it is timeless. It does not operate in past, present, and future. It operates in the eternal now. The Demiurge, this false god, is a creature of time. He was born in time. His entire realm, this material cosmos, is made of time. He cannot exist outside of it. His power ends where the clock stops. Do you understand? Escaping the trap does not mean dying and going to heaven. It means activating your pineal to such a frequency that you pull your consciousness out of the linear stream. It means achieving a gnosis so profound that you step through the prison wall. Your divine spark is a fragment of the Pleroma. It is already timeless. It is your mind, your psyche, that has been hijacked and chained to the Archon's clock. The secret of the Gnostic secret of the pineal gland to escape the Demiurge's trap is this. You don't break the loop. You transcend it. You remember that to your true self. The loop doesn't even exist. This is why the system is obsessed with your future. What's your 5-year plan? What are your retirement savings? It is obsessed with your past. You are your trauma. You are your degree. You are your family history. This is Archontic programming. It keeps your mind, your energy, anchored in the only two places the divine spark is not: the past and the future. Both are illusions. Try this visualization. See your life's timeline as a long, straight road. See your past behind you, your future ahead. Now, with your mind, float up. Rise above the road. See the entire thing at once, from above. The birth, the death, the joy, the pain. See it not as a sequence, but as a single painting. This is the perspective of the Pleroma. This is how your divine spark sees. From here, you are not a victim of history. You are the observer of the illusion. The Gnostic Reset. Voiding the Archontic contract. This knowledge, this gnosis, is useless if it remains theoretical. The Gnostics were not just philosophers. They were spiritual technicians. The escape requires action. What I am about to share is not a prayer. It is not a request. It is a declaration. It is the Proteus how-to manual for initiating the Gnostic Reset, using your pineal gland as the mechanism to bypass the time trap. There are 3 phases: the declaration, the resonance, and the exit. Phase 1. The declaration of sovereignty. The Archontic trap operates on consent. Implied consent. Ignorant consent. You must revoke it. Out loud. This is a psycho-spiritual act. Find a quiet space. Stand or sit, but be present. Say these words, or words that carry this intent, from the core of your being. I state your name, a vessel of the divine spark from the Pleroma. Do hereby declare my sovereignty. I revoke all contracts, spoken and unspoken, conscious and unconscious, made in this lifetime or any other, with any and all entities that do not serve my highest and original consciousness. I revoke my consent to the illusion of linear time. I revoke my participation in the forced reincarnation loop. I revoke the authority of the Demiurge and its Archons over my mind, my body, and my spark. My pineal portal is my own. My gnosis is my own. My light is my own. I am remembering. I am free. Feel the weight of this. You are putting the prison guards on notice. Phase 2. The pineal resonance, the crystalline key. Now, you must activate the key. This isn't about physical decalcification. That will come. This is about energetic activation. Sit in the dark or in very dim light. The pineal is light-sensitive. Darkness is its trigger. Close your eyes. Breathe deep. Focus your total attention on that central point in your skull. Now, hum. Start at a low, deep tone and slowly raise it. Feel the vibration inside your skull. You are not singing with your throat. You are trying to make the center of your brain vibrate. You are using sonic resonance, your own logos, to shatter the crystalline cage of calcification. As you hum, visualize that violet spark in the center. With every breath, it gets brighter. With every sound, it vibrates harder. Do this for 5 minutes. You are tuning the antenna. You are signaling the Pleroma that you are ready. Phase 3. The exit, the timeless anchor. This is the most critical step. This is the reset. Immediately after the resonance, in that state of deep focus, you will anchor your consciousness outside the loop. Remember that feeling you had in the micro-practice, the utter eternal now. Your goal is to hold that state. The Archons will fight you. Your mind will be flooded with to-do lists, the future, and what-if regrets, the past. This is the static. See your pineal gland. Imagine a beam of pure white light, your divine spark, shooting up from it. It pierces the ceiling. It pierces the sky. It pierces the 7 spheres of the Archons. It anchors into the infinite, timeless ocean of the Pleroma. You are now anchored outside the prison. Hold this visualization. Feel the peace and stillness of no time. This is your true home. Do this every day. This is not meditation for relaxation. This is training for the escape. You are building the spiritual muscle needed to make the final exit when your time in this vessel is complete, ensuring you do not return to the loop. The journey of the Gnostic is not one of comfort. It begins with the terrifying paranoia that everything you know is a lie, that you are trapped. But it ends in sovereignty. It ends with the profound realization that you are the jailer, the key, and the escapee, all in one. The Gnostic secret of the pineal gland to escape the Demiurge's trap is that the trap only works if you believe in its walls. The loop only works if you consent to its rules. The pineal gland is your reset button. The gnosis of your divine spark is the code. You are not a sinner awaiting judgment. You are a fragment of God trapped in a simulation, and you are waking up. This knowledge is a fire. It must be shared. If this message resonated with the spark inside you, help spread this gnosis. Like this video to elevate it past the Archons' algorithms, and subscribe to join this community of rebel souls. The real activation, however, happens in the comments. Share your reflections. What part of the loop do you see most clearly in your own life? When you declared your sovereignty, what did you feel? Your testimony is a light for others still lost in the maze. Will you choose to forget this, dismissing it as fantasy? Or will you choose to remember who you truly are? The clock is ticking. But for you, it doesn't have to anymore. You are the light. You are the key. You are the rebellion. Remember,